Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. Friends, after 4 to 5 days of strong moves both in the US and European markets, we are seeing some kind of a consolidation. There are no major developments or news as such, and the important thing to note is that the Apple stock has crossed almost $700 on the back of a record sales of i5. And talking about the Asian markets, they've also opened on a quieter note, and the Bank of Japan is going to start its two-day meet, and one will have to watch out what developments happened over there. In terms of flows, friends, we are continuing to see strong inflow by the FIIs, and yesterday they were buyers to the tune of about 20 to 50 crore in the cash market, and domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of 844 crore. Also, we had an important RBI policy meet where, though the rates have been left unchanged, the CRR has been cut 25 bips, which is mildly positive for our markets. And we'll also talk to Shaival about the flows in the F&O markets. On that note, let me invite Shaival. Hi, good morning, Shaival.
Good morning.
First of all, if you could take us through the flows in the F&O segment, how they have been over the past 2 days, because in the equity segment, we are seeing very strong flows. So is that what we are seeing even in the F&O space?
Yeah, you rightly said that there are net buyers in the equity segment with a handsome amount, but in the F&O segment also what we have seen is that they are also the net buyers in F&O segment. In Friday's trade there were net buyer of around more than 2,800 crores, and in yesterday's trade we have seen that they are net buyers by around more than 1,900 crore. So this has been indicating that net the overall sentiment in the market on the FIS front as well as domestically in the market participant is positive.
Right. Also, is there any major change in the IVs that you have witnessed over the past couple of days during this spike up that we have seen in the market?
See, previously if we talk about the at the money strikes IVs, they were probably at 13 or 14%, but after yesterday's announcement by the RBI, we have seen that the implied volatility have shot up significantly, say by around 13 to 25%, so which is a huge, and we have seen a direction in the banking stock as well as the rate sensitive stocks. Now the focus on the strikes perspective front, what we have seen has shifted gradually in last 4 to 5 days. We have been seeing strikes of 5,500, 600 call option standing with highest number of shares when we were around 5,200 or say 5,300 level, but as the market has moved, we have seen that the focus has shifted, and now 5,900 call option is a new entrant in the current option matrix, whereas 5,700 and 5,800 call option stands with the highest number of shares in the open interest. So what we feel is that now if the bias for the market is positive, and once market would have a gradual move on the upside, and 5,650, 5,700 can be eyed for the current week.
Right. Any other interesting ideas that you can share with us?
We have identified two stocks from the intraday perspective. First one is Ultratech Cement, where the bias is positive. One can go along with support of 1734.20 paisa, and the other one is Eskumars with support of 17 rupees 55 paisa.
Also, Shaival, any interesting strategy on the option side that you can talk to us about?
See, we feel that the banking stocks have a good opportunity on the upside. So what we have done, ICICI Bank is specifically looking good. So we have initiated a ratio call spread by buying 1,100 call option and selling 1,120 and 1,140 call option. The outflow for the strategy is 85 paisa. One can refer to the PDF report circulated for the details. And if I'd like to also mention that if we are not able to materialize the view correctly, then there is a meager loss of 200 rupees, whereas the profit potential in the strategy is 4,800 rupees.
And at what point on the way up one will have to review this strategy?
See, the higher break-even point for the strategy is 1159.15, which is above which the strategy would turn into a short future. So it's advisable to close the strategy once it reaches the higher break-even point.
Right, Shaival, thanks a lot for that update.
Thank you.
Friends, back home our markets have been quite stable, though yesterday it gave up some of the gains during the course of the day, and there are important events lined up, particularly on the political front. Today Trinamool Congress is going to decide whether they will continue to be part of this UP alliance or they'll withdraw the support. Indications are that they would pull out their ministers, but they will not withdraw the support, which would be a big positive. Also, we are hearing that the government is firm on its commitment to reforms, and there are no indications of rollback, which again is a big positive for the market. Talking about the companies in the news, Tata Global reported the August sales number. They were up 13%, and also company is going to launch about 4 to 5 new vehicles in the US markets. The stock had run up yesterday quite sharply to almost 292, and then it gave up its gains. But overall, the structure wise, it's looking positive, so one can go long on it with a stop loss of 272 and a target of about 286 to 292. Reliance Power's 4000 megawatt ultra mega power plant, they've been able to connect to the national grid, which is a positive for Reliance Power, and one can go long with a stop loss of 85 and a target of about 89 to 92. In case of Hindalco, the interministerial group is likely to encash the bank guarantee, which is negative development for Hindalco, and one can go short with a stop loss of 119.5 and a target of about 113 to 111. Tech Mahindra has acquired 51% stake in Comviva Technologies for about 260 crore. So one can go long on Tech Mahindra with a stop loss of 885 and a target of about 930 to 945. JSW Steel's coal block has been cancelled by the IMG, and this is definitely a big negative for JSW Steel. One can go short on it with a stop loss of 738 and a target of about 702 to 688. And Reliance Industries, friend, has been one of the star performers in the last few days, and the company has again regained its standing as the most valuable company in the country today, overtaking TCS. And the news is that the company has asked for threefold rise in the KG-D6 gas price from April 2014. And one can go long on Reliance with a stop loss of 857 and a target of about 900 to 917. Also, those who want to participate in this move through options, one can also look at buying about 860 or 880 strike call options. And in other news, friends, there is a possibility that the government may announce a major debt restructuring for the power sector. So some of the companies in the power finance space like REC, PFC, and some of the PSU banks which have exposure to the power sector could remain in limelight. Something like a PNB, REC, PFC, I have already talked about those. Even IDFC has been strong because of that. And Bajaj Auto is likely to come out with a major strategic announcement today at about 11 o'clock. That's it from all of us, friends. See you tomorrow at the same time.